everybody, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Avi, and today I will be playing Marian, your local plumber extraordinaire. And with me today is my wonderful, dearest Sib, who I love so very much, who I adore the art of, who has big brain ideas.
I had to stop myself from burping into my mic. This is what happens when you have 2 cans of soda in one sitting, ladies and gentlemen. Hi! My name is Marzi, and I'll be playing Leo Layton, everyone's favorite normal boy, Villestown's local anime heartthrob.
Yeah, yesterday he had a meet cute.
He did, and it didn't register to him that it was a meet cute.
Yeah, of course. If he knew, it wouldn't be a meet cute.
Exactly. You know, Leo, local heartthrob of Villestown, now has found himself, not in a love triangle. No. A love square, where one of those points on the square is one-sided, and then 2 of the points are both him.
Fucking Lamau.
I'm sorry to say Leo has Riz, and that's only gonna continue as he transitions into his grunge phase.
Wild.
Because your boy is beginning his grunge phase, so his hair is longer and tied back in his little ponytail. He's still, though, dressed very politely for work.
Yeah, you're at work right now, today. It's another ordinary Villestown day, which probably isn't that ordinary.
It's weird. It's weird because girls keep coming up to the counter, and some guys sometimes, and like they get really friendly with him, and he's like, okay, cool. Everyone in Villestown is just being weird today, I guess.
Oh gosh.
I'm really milking this. It's really funny.
It is really fucking funny. But yeah, it is mostly ordinary. It's mostly a regular shift up until, you've worked retail, Marzi. Do you know those moments when, like, a customer comes up to you and says, hey, there's something wrong with the bathroom, even though technically you can't really do anything about it, because
you're just a cashier, and that's not where you go.
Yeah, that essentially happened. One of your coworkers is probably, like, went to go check on it, and, like, hey, no, one of the pipes is just straight up McBroke.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Probably a result of, like, wintertime with it getting cold and, like, the pipes freezing, and it's probably something like that. So, you're dealing with that today. How you feeling?
He probably, he's not the newest hire, not anymore, but he's one of the youngest.
Yeah.
And despite being on good terms with his coworkers and even kind of being friends with some of them, he's still baby, and thus the worst jobs get hoisted into his arms.
Aww.
He's just a barista, but here he is in the bathroom holding a wrench and being like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? I'd like to think he's standing, like, just in the doorway of the bathroom, hands on his hips, with the wrench, and he's just kind of standing there like, damn, what a bitch of a situation.
Fucking love that, actually. You could probably still hear a little bit from the, like, actual, like, dining area of the painted lady. You definitely hear, the door open. There's probably, like, a bell or something where it chimes and someone, like, a customer comes in, and there's a couple of, like, hushed exclamations.
He's too busy standing there, like, not knowing what to do, so he's just kind of readjusting the wet floor sign with his foot as he's trying to think his way through this.
It's really fucking funny, actually, because, like, there's, like, a bit of a pause with the noise that's happening in the Painted Lady, before, you hear, like, footsteps, coming around, and, the door opens. I'm assuming Leo's back is turned towards the door.
Yeah, he's just kind of... He's just staring. He's like 1,000-yard stare as he's trying to puzzle through this.
Alright, so you hear the door open, and a voice goes...
Oh, wait.
Huh?
Can I do a funny?
Yeah.
The door opens and Leo, without looking over his shoulder, is like, sorry, out of order.
Oh, no, I am here to look at that, actually.
And Marian is a very, very well-known person.
Yes.
And, yeah, Leo knows who Marian Marcutio is, so I'm just gonna roll a little funny really quick. He rolled high. No, I'm giving you disadvantage because you're not prepared for this.
You can forego the roll if you need to. You just...
What the fuck? Yeah, no, he got 2 15s. Absolutely not. He's gonna fucking jump like a foot in the air and drop the wrench with a very loud clank, 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 clank.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm assuming you've turned to look.
Yeah.
No, Leo, standing in the doorway, a few feet away from you, is fucking the Marian Marcutio.
It's very that one meme audio of fucking the Spider-Man boy.
Oh my god, it's Robert Downey Jr.
Oh my god, it's Marian Marcutio. Only Leo doesn't say God, he's an atheist.
Oh, mood.
He says, oh shit, it's a Marian Marcutio.
Like, does he say that out loud?
Yes.
Yeah, I think what ends up happening is Barry kind of, like, laughs, and he's just like, oh, yes, that's me. I'm Marian Marcutio. I was actually just passing through, and one of your co-workers told me that there was a broken pipe.
Oh, yeah, and Leo looks down at the wrench on the floor. Yeah, I was supposed to fix that.
Oh, Marian just kind of nods solemnly, and he's like, what does he say? He says, words. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm. It's okay, it'll give me time to finish off my Mountain Dew. I'm like mad that Code Red tastes really good.
Marian says, well, I happen to know my way around a broken pipe or two. Would it be alright if I take a look?
Please, I'm just a barista.
He kind of, like, walks over and gives you, like, a gentle pat on the shoulder, which is really funny, because he's 5'1".
Leo is 6 foot. He has 11 inches on this man.
A little manlet.
Haha, manlet.
But Marian, like, does, like, it's a very funny, like, scene transition, but very cartoony, you know, when, like, the camera pans away, and then when it pans back, the character is in a different outfit. It's like,
yeah.
It's like that, but Marian is now wearing a tool belt. I think he's gonna pick up the wrench. And he is going... I'm also going to roll. That's not right. I'm going to roll a quick hammer space just to make sure he can get his toolbox.
Hammer space. That was not that funny. That was not funny enough for this big of a fuck up.
No, but like the reason why I'm laughing was because it took me a second to realize what you said.
I'm sorry, I'm a comedic genius.
It was really okay. He reaches into his hammer space and pulls out like a toolbox. He's got a tool belt on. You know what's wild? Leo, Marian Marcutio is a hero. It is kind of jarring to see him doing a normal ass job like plumbing. And but like he seems to be knowing what he's doing. I'm also gonna roll a quick investigation for the he. That's not it. This is it. Yeah, just so he can nail down what exactly the problem is. And as wow.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. That was a modified 20.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
You see him take a step closer to the situation, TM, and he says, "I don't believe I got your name."
I'm Leo. It's very nice to meet you, sir.
Well, it's very nice to meet you too. He's gonna hold out a hand for you to shake.
Leo internally is just like, holy shit, I'm shaking hands with Marian Marcutio. As he reaches out to shake his hand.
Marian seems like really nonchalant about this. He seems very endeared that you're handling like this. He doesn't mind.
Leo, who is kind of a famous person. Holy shit, a famous person.
For real. It's
and it's not as bad as it would have been had we done this earlier in Leo's character development. But do you want? Well, actually, what's his? What would that be? A perception? His passive?
His passive perception?
Yeah.
Okay, based on his old stats. Oh my god, that's a 14.
That's enough. This is pretty obvious. Leo, still when he's at work, still dresses in his very nice white dress shirt and slacks and has his apron. It's not as bad as it was before, but he is still a slip of a boy. This is a very tall, very lanky teenager.
I know this isn't the right video game, but like a Telltale game, there's a little notification in Marian's view where it's like, Marian will remember that.
Good strong grip on the handshake, but also this child is very thin. Someone feed this child. As if there aren't 10 people trying to.
Already, yeah. He's... I think what he's going to end up doing, in our case, he kind of he gives Leo a handshake and everything. He's noticed this boy is thin, TM. He's not going to say anything about that yet because he's polite. But he might, and he says, but what he says instead is, well, yeah, this is what he's gonna say. He says, if I can remember how to do the voice, hang on.
You got this.
Yeah, I'm sorry for startling you.
No, I mean, that's also kind of on me for having my back to a door.
Well, even so, you did jump almost as good as I do.
Leo, you can't imply that you're a thief to this man. You can't do it.
Leo.
Leo, you've gotten so good at not doing that. You know what? No, it's okay. It's okay. The implication isn't that he's a phantom thief. The implication can be, no, it's not even an implication. Leo just kind of, yeah, I'm kind of into free running and parkour, I guess.
Oh, is that the
See? Totally normal.
Is that so? Do you have plenty of place to run around here? He kind of like makes a gesture as if to indicate Villestown.
Yeah, there are, places. And I just imagine the scene change of flashbacks to Phantom Owl.
Marian kind of raises his brows.
Yeah, you know, big city, lots of buildings, places.
And he kind of thinks about that for a second. He does the, yeah, okay, alright, sort of head nod.
Yeah, okay, I'll let that slide.
He does kind of like take a moment to look back at the at the situation TM with the broken pipe, and he and I think what he ends up doing is because he got a fucking modified 20. He's just like, well, seems that one of the pipes is broken. Seems that like during the cold it burst. Might have gotten frozen, but that's a very easy fix. And almost right away he is moving to replace it.
Leo kind of stands there doing that like poking his fingers together because he doesn't know what to do.
Wait, actually, I think I know what he's gonna do. He says, well, before I can actually, do anything, could you, make sure that the water is, turned off?
Yeah, totally. I could, I'll be right back. And, fucking skedaddle.
I have a feeling that, like, as you're, like, walking out, your coworkers are just leaning over, just like, you saw him, right?
all the other, like, servers and, like, all the people who are, like, front of house, like, he's actually there, right? That's actually him, and Leo's just, it's actually him. I need to turn off the water.
You ever just working an ordinary job as a server and a fucking celebrity shows up? Unannounced. This
small man who is so fucking famous is just there. Yeah, no, Leo walks into the back where, like, probably, like things are to, like, turn off the water. And also everyone in the kitchen is like, was that fucking Marian Marcutio? Is he actually here?
Yeah.
And Leo's just, yes, he's here. I need to turn off the water. Shut up, fuck off, shut up.
Probably takes like a good like few minutes to make sure it's turned off, and also like whoosh your coworkers away.
Yeah, like escape. He like marches back to the bathroom, totally, extremely nonchalant, just like should be off now.
You're normal.
He's so normal.
The funny thing is, I think Marian is trying to also be normal about this for your sake, too.
Not only is Marian a celebrity, Leo's an awkward teenager.
It's okay, he's handled those too. And I think he goes, oh, thank you so much. Okie dokie. Let's, and he's going to, actually, for real this time.
Leo probably also, like, brought, like, the wheelie bucket and a mop with him.
Just to clean up.
Yeah. Also, just to cement the fact that, yes, they gave him the bathroom job. This is his job now. He gets to be in a room with Marian Marcutio.
Fucking Lamau.
They decided... Huh?
I have a feeling that as soon as, like, the job is done, he's gonna step out and then everybody's gonna ask for his autograph.
Leo's trying to be so normal and cool and not ask the man who's fixing the pipes for his autograph.
It's okay, I'll have him roll the insight roll later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Marian kind of, like, tries to crack a joke and he's like, stuck with the bathroom job, right?
Yeah, I'm not the newest anymore. Not after 2-3 years of being here, but I'm still the youngest.
He kind of nods and he says, how old are you then?
Oh, I turned 19 this year, actually.
Oh. He kind of, like, nods and what does he say? He's like, what are you, graduated high school then?
Yeah, yeah, and I'm, looking into, college and stuff, and trying really hard not to let Leo dump the fact that he is a phantom thief. He needs to stop doing that.
Yeah, Marian just goes, do you know what you're going to study at?
Probably still somewhere local. I have a lot of brothers, and I think if I went too far out of Villestown, they'd get very, very upset with me.
Oh, yes, family is very important.
Yeah.
My brother means a lot to me, too. Do you know what you're majoring in?
Leo, who's probably like half-heartedly just swishing the mop back and forth, is like perks up and is just like, yes, some sort of history, probably art history. Because like even with the erasures and everything around Icewell, there's still some things that are preserved, you know, like there are cave drawings and things that have been sent to Faruma and things outside of the country that have survived the erasures and all the stuff from like the beginning after the last erasure and all how that affects like all of the art that was like made then after that, because with the erasure everything's just wiped clean and they all have to start over. And he's just like his big old nerd rant.
I'm hand to God, Marian is listening intently. He might also ask a few questions and feel this ramble.
No, yeah, Leo's having the time of his fucking life, actually. He will take any and all excuses to talk about art history. Because, like, right after the erasure, it's almost like creativity is sucked out of the land, but then people, like, it's still an inherent thing that people have, that they still have, like, the ability and will to create, so the fact that it's built up again over so many years after the whole thing is wiped clean is just amazing.
Oh, no, yes, I know what you mean, but how do I say? In a fruit country, we are a little bit more isolated from Anquil, so we haven't had an erasure happen there. But sometimes there is a few things that we noticed with Anquil, and we have seen in a history these are things happening, and he is like talking about that, and he's like, I think at some point he's going to say, but I'm not an expert on the fine arts. I won't claim to be, but I do happen to know quite a few archaeology professors.
Oh man, in archaeology and anthropology and just all the things that the that people did in the past and how the world must have looked back then.
Oh my gosh, I think he would pull this out. I'm gonna have to roll a hammer space. Yes, okay, that was an 8.
Ooh.
You see him like kind of like take a break from what he's doing as he's talking to you. Like, by the way, the entire time you've been having this conversation with him, he's also been working. Like, he's like on one knee fixing the piping and looking up at you while talking. And like he actually reaches into his hammer space and he pulls out what would he pull out? He pulls out a journal that has like a little emblem of a red mushroom on the front of it, and he flips through a couple of pages before he finds a very specific page, which he turns and like positions it for you to look at. And he actually offers it for you to take.
Oh. And Leo leans the mop against the wall and like probably brushes his hands not on his apron because that touches the counter where food goes.
Yeah.
But on his pants.
On the page is a little note about a I haven't given him a name. Or you know what, he was frankly in the original game. We're gonna call him Professor Shirley. Yes. I'm so good at this, guys.
Don't call me Shirley.
There's a talk about this, and there's like also like pictures of like a whole bunch of what this guy was researching. Specifically, the page is chronicling this trip Marian took to a town called Knaveport that was built on top of the ruins, and I do mean literally on top of the ruins of an ancient underground city.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And Marian actually got to get like Polaroid-esque pictures of like what that city looked like. And there are like actually notes from like stuff that like Professor Shirley has been telling him as he was like as they were exploring a little bit together. And Marian says, "Oh, that's from a few years ago, actually. But Professor Shirley and his student at the time, they've put together this really, really interesting paper on this this old 1,000-year-old city that was underneath Knaveport. And apparently they're supposed to have an exhibit in the Fruit Country Museum."
Leo is so fucking starry-eyed as he is like very, very gently like sort of ghosting his finger over like the pictures and reading all of like the writings, and I'm trying to rack my brain to remember if me and Fletcher gave Forsana catacombs or not. I need to very quickly ask Fletcher.
I feel like they might have, considering that like one of the levels in Rhythm Thief.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm DMing him real quick. Hopefully he is not too into class that he can't answer.
Yeah, hopefully.
Does Forsana have a skeleton maze?
But yeah, Marian's, the notes that are written in this journal are for certain Marian's, because he does refer to himself, in there. And they're, like, dated almost to, like, the exact day and time of day, of what's been, like, happening, during his trip to, Naveport. You actually see that, as you're reading through, you actually see that Marian was hunting for lost treasure. I say lost treasure, but like, God, how do I describe it? I'm not gonna give them an XP name because Crystal Stars is like generic enough, right? But like they're based on like what Marian's saying and whatnot. It was apparently like a key, like 7 different like crystal stars that were all a key to a giant door, and you actually do see the picture of the giant door that was colloquially called the Thousand Year Door.
Delicious. I know that's an actual Mario game. I don't know anything about Mario games, so
that's fine. You don't have to know anything about it. That's a little wink and nod to the audience.
Nice.
It's for Jade.
Specifically for Jade audience member. Oh yeah, Leo is so fucking starry-eyed and extremely now distracted by reading over this.
Marian seems very, very pleased with that. Very, very happy that got Leo's attention.
Awkward starstruck teenager, wrong. History nerd.
Sometimes you just gotta find something that enables them to ramble.
Okay, there we go. But oh yeah, Leo is reading through this and it's just that's so cool.
Marian beaming. He's just like, what does he say? He says, there was a lot that we found down there, but namely that surprisingly they still ate mushrooms back then too. It's also a joke to himself, but he's just a silly guy. But yeah, he goes, you're welcome to flip through the that bit of the journal at least. I don't mind sharing a little bit about that.
He's like vibrating where he's standing.
You seem to really like history.
Yeah, I was raised around a lot of classical artworks.
Marian,
And
Marian's nodding.
and do you want to do a funny little insight?
Oh, absolutely. I would love to. What the fuck?
Hello?
That's another 19 on the dice.
What the fuck? Hey, yo. What the fuck?
He doesn't have proficiency in insight. His modifier is just that good.
Damn. But no, yeah, Leo was so fucking excited, and he still kind of is, but there's something kind of sad about talking about being raised around classical art pieces. But that passes as he perks up again. Is just, but yeah, I kind of heard a lot about just art through the ages and how the political standpoints and things can influence how art is made and like the subjects, and I've just always been kind of interested in them, which very quickly turned into history in its entirety.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense. Sorry, I was practicing the Mario laugh.
Every time I hear the hee, it's so good. It makes me so happy.
Wahoo! Yippee!
Yippee! Man.
Oh, you should have come to Munchroom Town sometime. The museum in there, they've always got something new there, especially at the archaeology exhibit.
Okay, I've got confirmation as Leo's nodding and is just, yeah, the ruins here under that town, they remind me a lot of the catacombs under Forcena.
Marian raises his brows like go on.
Yeah, their Forcena itself is apparently centuries old, so there's no like actual known sort of when the catacombs were made, I guess, but they're all over the capital city, just underground, and there are so many like rumors and things about them. And I mean, I was never allowed down there because I'm a civilian, and it's kind of a big deal. But
can you go? Can anybody go down there, or is it just blocked off?
there are safer tours, mostly for tourists, but they don't really get into anything that's too exciting.
Well, that doesn't tend to be the case with the tourism.
Yeah.
Sorry, the audience just goes, anyone could go, but watch out. I don't think I've ever been to Forcena. I would have to make that a future destination.
Yeah, it's pretty far from Inkwell. It's close to Yedo, though, if you know where Yedo is.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I have to stop again and be like, that was really good. Hang on, what the fuck?
That was really good. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I do keep quite a few maps of the world with me. But Yedo and Forcena are trade partners.
Yes, they're really close to each other.
I don't believe I've been to a Yedo either.
I have, kind of semi-recently. Not super recent, but, My older brother is from there, and we had to go on a kind of a big trip. It was kind of a big deal, but I wasn't involved in that stuff. I got to play tourist.
Do you like being a tourist, or do you rather go on your own adventure?
I love being a tourist so much. It is the best thing ever. And my brothers all know it, and anytime they go somewhere I've never been, they buy me the gaudiest keychains they can find, and it's the best.
Marian, you can't just hand me that out of nowhere!
Huh?
You know what? Fuck it. We're rolling another hammer space.
Fuck it, we ball.
We're rolling with it. Okay, you got a 5 on that one. That's not in the rolling zone. He reaches into his hammer space, and he pulls out one of those keychains that, like, are, like, they're, like, in a ring, but, like, they have a design in the middle that, like, turns around, like, flips.
Oh, yeah, those kinds, yeah.
It's one of those, but it has, it's one of those tourism little souvenirs, specifically for Munchroom Town, the capital of fruit country. It has the castle in it, and that's the bit that flips around.
I fucking love that.
Yeah, and I think what Marian's going to do is he's just gonna hand it over to Leo.
Leo just kind of like stops, like freezes as he is holding this in both hands, and is like, "Is this okay? Are you sure?"
Marian nods, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I have quite a lot of those." You should come see Fruit Country sometimes. It's a very nice place. Definitely a good place to be a tourist in.
Absolutely. I'll have to tell my brothers.
So long as Dowser isn't up to anything, but I doubt he is right now. Especially with me out of the country, he wouldn't do anything without me around.
Sounds like a pretty dedicated rivalry.
Oh, Mary kind of like searches for a word, and he's like, well, at least he's calmed down from when we first met. You can roll insight, I guess.
Yeah. Oh God. Let's see. Jesus Christ, you little insight boy.
You.
What is that? Boop, 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 boop. Leo, meanwhile, does have proficiency and expertise in insight.
Fucking Lamau. By the way, just so we can keep track, Leo gave back the journal, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, how do I put this into words? When Marian talks about Dowser, there is definitely a sort of fondness in his voice. Even though they are, like, they are rivals, sorry, and butt heads a lot, Marian still kind of enjoys that rivalry. But when he talks about, when he says that Dowser has definitely calmed down from, like, their earlier years, he doesn't grimace visually, but, like, you could definitely imagine a grimace there. Man, Dowser must have done some fucked up shit without realizing.
Yeah. Leo's just like gives a slow nod and is like, well, that's good.
Marian nods.
Honestly, it kind of sounds more like what the local phantom thieves and detectives have going on.
You know, I did hear something about that.
Yeah, Leo trying so hard not to brag about Phantomel swerves very quickly to my baby brother is actually the rival detective of Villestown's most well-known phantom thief.
Oh.
And oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was gonna say something random.
Oh. Yeah, and Leo's like, yep, and my older sister is the rival of another one, and I know a lot of detectives with Phantom Thief rivals, actually.
You seem to get around quite a bit.
Yeah, it does help that I'm pretty sure all three of the four of the detective. My dad does count. Five. I know a lot of detectives. They all work for kind of the same agency sometimes.
Is he like counting on his finger?
Yeah, he kind of like he starts squinting. Is like there's Camille and Minami and Juby's not a detective, but he works there. Dad, Zumi, it's Miss Moria's office, and he's putting down his fingers.
That's so fucking funny. He's just like, it does seem like there's never a dull moment here in Villestown.
Yeah, no, it's great that we're the Phantom Thief capital of Inkwell. Not so great that we're kind of the murder mystery capital of Inkwell.
Okay, I have to do this. I have to do this. Oh, but I also heard about that one as well. Actually, you see, I actually arrived in Villestown the other day. Yesterday, in fact. I came here on a train.
Oh.
And while I was riding the train, something did happen, but there weren't any other detectives on board.
What do you mean there were any other detectives on board?
I mean to say that I had to solve a murder mystery yesterday.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, that's not your fault at all. But it is a bit silly to realize that Anguilla is in fact the home of the tropes, and Villestown is unfortunately murder mysteries. God, accent.
Yeah, those R's, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leo's just there's a reason that my youngest brother isn't really allowed on trains without me anymore.
He raises a brow.
I don't know all the details because they refused to share them with me, which I assume means something dumb and embarrassing happened, but he and our oldest brother kind of met on a train. And apparently they broke like an orb, and there was a lot of stuff happened. I haven't been told every detail, but I, for some reason, probably because I'm the most normal of us, looks away from the actual reason. Usually murder mysteries don't happen around me.
You're how do you say a genre breaker? Is that
Exactly.
right? Yes. Okay.
The opposite of a murder magnet.
I think he does actually chuckle at that. at this point, he probably, like, picks up, he's probably, like, gotten the broken pipe out and everything, made sure that, like, everything's clean, everything's fixed up around it before he kind of reaches and picks up the new pipe and starts to place it back in. And he says, out of a curiosity, how many, siblings do you have?
Leo slowly holding up his fingers again. Camille, Timmy, Juby, Minami, Rada. I immediately forgot all the names that I just listed.
It's,
a lot.
Yeah. That must be very exciting in your house.
Yeah. It's very easy to get back at them, considering it's my house legally, and my best friend makes clocks and likes to gift me clocks, and thus I have set up what is known as Hell Hour.
Hell Hour.
It is when every clock in the house goes off at the same time.
Ah. That definitely sounds like a Hell Hour.
Exactly. Well, I think one of them is turning off all the clocks one by one. I don't know who yet, but I will find out.
Maybe you should put one of the clocks in their room when they aren't looking.
Perfect.
You see, I do have a brother. I do know how to get back at my siblings if I ever need to.
Lucius is also pretty famous, right?
Yes, Lucius is famous. He's famous as Lucius Marcutio, but he's also famous as Marian Marcutio's brother.
Yeah, Leo's like, right, yes. See, we have a bit of solidarity, but as a younger brother, I don't know.
Sorry.
It's a kind of like playful, like, yes, you're an older brother. I, as the second youngest of my siblings.
Barry kind of does this face, makes this face where he's like, and he kind of puts his hands on his hips. Very playful.
I don't know, this feels almost like colluding with the enemy.
Are you saying that you're going to prank me sometime soon?
I don't know, maybe if I meet Mr. Lucius, I don't know, who knows, he might talk about something, I don't know, who knows, maybe.
Do be warned, I do have a hammer space full of power-ups. I can and will use them against you. And Lucius.
I'm just a little guy. I'm just here at work. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a funny little guy. You wouldn't do that.
Taller than I am.
You wouldn't hit a funny little guy with glasses.
Marian kind of just like looks at it. Oh gosh. But God. I think he will, like, after a minute of, like, giving him that look TM before, like, he goes, back to working on the pipe, and he's, just like, do you, eat enough, Leo?
Leo probably started mopping again, and at that question, he heaves the biggest sigh.
So this is not your first time having that, getting asked that question.
No. Listen.
I'm listening.
Leo's just kind of standing there, like, he's like squinting into the distance, trying to figure out what to say.
You know, I do cook for Lucius and I quite a lot. Maybe one day, sometime soon, you might get the chance to try my famous spaghetti and meatballs.
On one hand, that sounds really fucking cool to get food made by the Marian Marcutio, but also there are now like 12 people in line ready to hand food to Leo at any point.
Marian's just standing there like a.
Leo just heaves another sigh and is like, I mean, you're gonna have to coordinate with my older sister and my brothers and Zumi's girlfriend because she brings me food sometimes. I have a lot of people threatening to bring me food.
Well, that's a good. But yeah, he probably would just do this as politely as possible. He goes, if you don't mind me asking, are you all right?
I mean, I'm better than I was. Which, aka Marian, he used to be worse.
Yeah, his brows raise, and he your passive insight is like really good.
Yeah, it's like a 20.
Yeah. The face he's giving you is definitely the face of a man who has had this conversation with his kids before.
Leo's like, no, wait, that's not what I meant. Well, it's kind of what I meant, but that's not what I meant. It's hard to eat a lot when you didn't really do that growing up because you have a rare disease and your appetite just kind of gets fucking messed up, kind of. And I just spilled that to you, I guess.
No, you have a rare disease.
Yeah. Because I'm half Toon. And I... Go ahead.
He's kind of just looking at you.
Leo is so tired and defeated because he did so good
up until this point.
Until this very moment. And he just heaves another sigh. He's like, yes, I have a rare disease because I'm half Toon, half real kind, but I wasn't born in Inkwell, which has enough ambient magic to support someone who is half Toon. I was born in Forsena, where all the ambient magic is kind of funneled into Magitech, so there wasn't a lot to sustain the Toon part of my genetics, which with Toons being mostly magical beings.
Yeah, Marian's nodding along. I'm gonna roll a quick medicine to see if he knows what this is. Oh, medicine is wisdom.
Yes?
I forgot that medicine's wisdom. Alright, so that's I can type. There we go.
Ooh.
Would that be enough to know, like, what Leo's talking about?
Yes, because there are other cases with different names, but it's basically kind of the same thing of inspiration deficiency, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I'm so good at remembering names. Candle or Wiz have lore also with things like inspiration deficiency, so it's definitely like a thing that exists.
Okay. Yeah. In that case, then yeah. Marian's nodding, and he's like, "Oh, you have that one."
Yeah. Yeah. And then everyone around me is saying that because I am a very active child, that I should eat more, but it's hard to eat more. And I'm doing my best.
Well, sometimes your best is done, so that anybody can ask for. You might need to eat a lot more. You said you do free running, yes?
Yes, and I'm a dancer.
Well, yes. That definitely takes up quite a lot of energy. You definitely need to have to compensate that with enough of food. So I can see why your family is very worried about you. And
Yeah. But I mean, I'm better now. I've gotten better.
better it's definitely good.
And I think like I still have to, and I'm still victim to the whims of character design. I think me being this skinny is probably partially part of my design.
Well, look at it this way. He kind of like leans over and, as if he's kind of conspiratorially, as if he's about to give you like a big secret. It's not a big secret.
Yeah, Leo's probably pouting, but like he does lean forward to hear.
You're getting a free food.
Yeah, that's where I thought this conversation would be going. I'll get you my sister's number so you can at least collaborate.
It's so fucking funny. Minami's just gonna end up getting a text message from the Marian Marcutio, I fucking guess.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I just realized this. Marian has met Arata once.
Oh, fuck.
Because I thought it would be funny to have that happen off screen. Marian did drop by the last one in, like, once, and gave Arata a really good recipe for mac and cheese.
I don't know if Leo would know about that.
It was mentioned in the chat. I don't know if Leo was around for that.
It'd be really fucking funny if the dots don't connect until right now as Leo is pulling out his phone and scrolling through his contacts and sees Arata's name near the top and is like, "You met my older brother." Hang on. You know my older brother.
Mary kind of like tilts his head. I'm sorry, Leo. He meets a lot of people. You're gonna have to be more specific.
His name is Arata, and he's a little shorter than me. Kind of fluffy, black hair, glasses. Always has a cat with him.
The barista from the last one in Toontown.
Yeah.
He does.
He said. Oh, go ahead.
He actually does laugh, and he's just like, "Oh my goodness, what a small world."
Yeah. He mentioned that you gave him the mac and cheese recipe that he uses.
I did. Wow, my voice cracked.
It's okay, I love you so much.
I did. Did you get a chance to try it? So
it was really.
Well,
it is really good.
Marian nods approvingly.
Leo's just very defeated by this entire situation.
Congratulations, you now know a famous person and he's going to give you food.
Leo just staring down at his phone is just like, I feel like this has just been an entire ploy by the score for us to meet one day. Oh, the tropes. It's also weird considering that Arata is real kind, but you know what? You're in Inkwell long enough.
I suppose. Sometimes things are just to happen because of how many people are in one space, but perhaps it's the tropes too.
Leo is at least acting a lot more put out than he is, because also like this is Marian Marcutio. This is really fucking cool.
Isn't it? Wink wink nudge nudge.
He's not gonna admit that now. He's a petulant teenager.
It's okay, Marian has experience with that.
Yeah. As Leo's just like pouting at his plot device as he scrolls to Minumi's contact to get her number.
I cannot wait to tell Comet.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Oh goodness. I think by now, Marian's like officially finished fixing the pipe. He's probably got a way to like test out like the pressure and everything to make sure it's working properly.
Yeah,
And,
Leo. Leo will probably like hand off the number for Marian to save and or stick in his pocket or whatever, and then walks off, still pouting to turn the water back on.
Once again, your coworkers are doing the. Are you guys talking? What are you talking about? Kind of.
What are you talking about? What are you guys doing?
For real.
Leo this time refuses to answer anybody as he does that like sort of stompy, upset teenager march to where the valve is to turn back on the water.
You hear an experimental flush from where the bathroom is.
Hell yeah. And he makes his way back, fighting off all of his coworkers. And he pokes his head in the door and is like, that sounded good, I think.
And Marian just gives you a thumbs up, and he's just like, what does he say? He says, okie dokie. It is definitely working now.
Oh, that's good. I had no idea what I was doing. Thank you so much.
He's like putting up like his stuff, but like as you say that, he does give you like a pat on the back as he kind of just like shoves his toolbox back into his hammer space, and like the same like camera costume transition. He's no longer wearing the tool belt.
Yeah.
And he's like it does seem a little unfair to it does seem a little unfair to you for them to put that on you.
Yeah, but now they can all sit there and be jealous because we got to have a conversation. Even if it ended with you threatening me with spaghetti.
It's a very good spaghetti.
If it's on this anywhere near the same level as that mac and cheese, then I absolutely believe it.
I think what he's going to end up doing is though as much as I do enjoy like helping fix the plumbing, I did come here for hopefully to get us some lunch.
Yes, absolutely. Give me one moment, and he's going to very thoroughly wash his hands. Like a good boy.
Yeah, and he gives you like a pat on the back. He's actually like patiently like waiting for you, actually. Oh god, it would be really funny if he says this, and he says, well, Leo,
Yeah?
Did you want me to give you an autograph?
Marian sees him kind of freeze with the water from the faucet running over his hands, and he kind of puffs up his cheeks and he's like, maybe.
He's just like, Marian's like smiling and he's like, don't worry, I get asked for an autograph quite a lot. And he's going to reach back for a journal and like write something down in one of the back pages. And he's writing, and he finishes, presumably as you're drying your hands so it doesn't get like ruined.
Yeah.
And he hands you a slip of paper. It has his autograph.
Yep.
But it also has the number for his plot device. And it says, if you ever need anything, don't be afraid to call.
Leo is kind of looking down at this kind of wide-eyed, and his hands are shaking a little bit, and he looks over the paper, and he's like, is this okay?
Well, you are giving me the phone number to your siblings.
I guess, but are you sure this is okay?
Absolutely.
And he very, very carefully, as if this is like glass or will disintegrate in his hands if he handles it too roughly, he folds the paper and then shoves it into his hammer's face.
Marian's just like beaming at him.
And very seriously, Leo is like, I would rather die than let this leak anywhere.
Well, it will be it will definitely be a safe in your hammer space.
I will do my fucking best. And then out to the front where Leo can finally do his actual job.
Yeah, you got like a mini break in there, huh?
Basically, yeah.
Unofficial break.
He just so politely hip checks whoever is now at the counter out of the way because he's back from his break.
I will say, whatever Marian orders, he tips really fucking well.
Holy shit.
Look, man, he knows people in the food industry. You gotta be nice to them. And also, Leo's a good kid.
I'm so glad we made it through this whole FPS without Leo admitting that he is a criminal.
Oh, gosh. But yeah, they'll probably end with Marian enjoying a lunch at the Painted Lady. And now
yeah!
Leo has a story he can tell his siblings.
Oh, fucking yeah, he does. And not his co-workers who are probably still low-key hounding him at the counter.
Yeah, and, like, there's definitely, like, one or two people, probably, like, kids, too, coming up to him and asking for an autograph, and, like, Marian's just, like, so happily just writing stuff down for them.
Hell yeah! I love him, Your Honor.
I'm glad.
He's very good. It finally happened.
They finally met in canon.
After, like, what, a year, I think?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I was talking about, about Spaghetti Dad.
Spaghetti. Plumber Dad.
Spaghetti.
But yes, thank you all. Thank you to our listening audience, both now and in the future. We will bid you all a good time zone.
Bye.
Bye.